Affordability is an immigrant issue. Delivering for our constituent is making sure our immigrants are protected. How dare they come after our democracy? And as someone said earlier, and we'll keep saying, we're going to keep fighting. We need to pass New York for All Act and other legislation to protect immigrant New Yorkers, because when you come for one of us, you come for all of us.
Yeah. Tonight, New Yorkers are standing with the migrant community. Today, a rally was held outside the Capitol, calling on state lawmakers to protect that community. This comes as anti-ICE protests have erupted across the country. The group is calling on New York state lawmakers to do more to protect the immigrant community against ICE.
We will not stand idly aside while they tear apart families, tear apart our communities, and try to make us all terrified.
Protesters here are calling on New York lawmakers to pass the New York for All Act. According to the New York Immigration Coalition, the bill would prohibit New York state and local government agencies, including police and sheriff offices, from colluding with ICE, disclosing sensitive information, and diverting personnel or other resources to further federal immigration enforcement.
They're looking to scare us back into the shadows. But what they don't know is that we were never afraid. We were here before them, and we will be here after them. New York for all must not only pass for the state of New York, but for Albany. And I hope you know that we will be back if it does not pass.
Right now, the bill remains in committee in the state Senate. This was an hours-long protest. In response to the protest, Albany Mayor Kathy Sheehan says, quote, "The city does not consider the content of a protest when allowing for free speech. As the capital of New York, we handle protests all the time," end quote. And breaking news, the Los Angeles mayor announced a curfew for downtown LA. This as anti-immigration enforcement raids and protests continue to grow. This is the 5th day in a row. Protesters are taking to the streets. Several blocks of downtown Los Angeles upset over ICE raids. 700 Marines are soon to arrive in the city. LA's police chief Jim McDonald telling us it's unclear what the Marines will do.
Have you been given any communication from the federal government about Marines coming here to the city?
You know, I've heard like everybody else has, mostly through the media.
California Governor Gavin Newsom asking a court to block soldiers from enforcing immigration laws. And this is not the first time the National Guard was sent to LA due to protests. There's been a lot of conversation about how these protests differ. So what are the differences? The first difference is back in 1992, the National Guard was sent in at the request of Governor Pete Wilson and Mayor Tom Bradley. This time, President Donald Trump sent in the National Guard against the wishes of Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass. They feared the Guard's presence would escalate violence. Trump validated his move by citing a law that mobilizes federal service workers when there is a, quote, rebellion or danger of rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States, end quote. Back in 1992, President George H.W. Bush used the Insurrection Act. California's Attorney General filed a lawsuit Monday saying Trump overstepped his authority. One of the complaints is that the same law Trump is using to validate his move also says orders for National Guard call-ups, quote, shall be issued through the governor of the states, end quote, which in this case, Newsom did not do. While some burning of cars and some vandalism have occurred in the current protests, it's been mostly peaceful. The activity has been confined to a 5-block area in downtown LA. Nobody has been killed. Compare that to 1992. That became one of the deadliest riots in American history. Entire blocks of homes and businesses were torched. More than 60 people died in shootings and other violence.